Hello and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Risen. I'm Najo Tikor and I will be your DM for the next couple of hours. We are going to do some, we're going to recover from our previous madness, probably. It's hard to say. Britt, who are you?
Hey, it's me, Britt Wiseman, in real life and on various places in the internet. AKA Cheerhex on Twitch, AKA Lalu Erish, the Tiefling Druid, Circle of the Moon, on this here very show right now. That's who I am, and I'm excited to be here all the way from London. Curtis, what's up, man?
Well, I'm Curtis Weeb. I am a writer in real life, and I'm a half-orc ranger in fake life. If you follow my comic series, Rat Queens, we have the 5th issues out today. I'm going to do a little self-plug here. Sorry about that, everyone.
Do it.
It is the final
So
issue
good.
of this arc, and it's crazy. And if you are a D&D fan, I promise you will like it. That is me. Hopefully, I will be incrementally a little bit more effective every episode. I think I was a little bit better last time. So that is who I am. Over to you, Kelly.
I am Kelly Link, on the internet known as Hello Kelly Link on all social media, and in D&D Risen, I play Yori Diggle, who is a halfling rogue / adventurer / treasurer. Yeah, I guess. But I'm really excited to get into this game because I think we're starting to kind of push things a little forward out of that cave, right, Nadja?
Yeah.
Sure. We've been in that cave so long.
I mean, it's fine.
Fine.
We'll talk about that cave right after these intro credits. All right, welcome back. So, when last we left you, you were back in the initial small cave with the sarcophagus. It was raining. Stanley, bedraggled, sopping wet Stanley, was in that cave, and you encountered him again with your unconscious friend, Lalu, who went on a mad tear through the cave, shouting her name. Her battle cry.
Lalu! Oh, I probably shouldn't yell in the hotel. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah.
It's fine.
People are like, what in the hell is going on?
Like, hi, it's Britt. Yeah, so that all happened. And Stanley told you he could probably revive your friend if you would simply go get his book, wherein he keeps all of the spells that help him do these wonderful, newly coined miraculous things. So we come back probably the next morning. King, you went and got the book. It wasn't that far. You know where you misdirected Stanley off to.
Yeah.
You followed his blundering trail through the jungle. You find what looks to be an old pit trap that Lalu would recognize from having fallen into it at the beginning of our basilisk encounter. And at the bottom of this pit trap is Stanley's book. You bring it back. Stanley's very happy to have it. He's able to move Lalu from unconsciousness to actual restful sleep. You all wake up refreshed in the morning, and it's not, I think we're going to montage through going back to Port Nyanzaru. So what does that look like? Like, is everybody just like absolutely done with this jungle? Because I can tell you right now, Langus is limping. He doesn't like the heat. He's sick of the bugs. He wanted to pick up Bournemouth and nobody would let him. How's everybody else doing?
Have we met? Are we back in the city right now?
Well, I'm asking, like, what does your journey back to the city look like?
I think Yori is feeling a sense of urgency to get the rest of her money because she just doesn't know, like, what's going to happen next. Maybe she's going to go crazy and run off next. Who knows? So the most important thing right now is money. Getting it.
Yeah. Did you negotiate with Stanley at all about getting paid for his new Lalu? Stanley is now calling himself Stanley the Miracle Worker.
Of course he is.
I thought I didn't win that persuasion check.
That's my fault.
So do you continue to quibble about that at all?
No. I mean, Stanley, Yori's so tired of Stanley and just wants to get out of the jungle, wants to get back to Jessamine, get that gold, and potentially start a new journey, one that is far less full of monkey madness.
Reasonable. Lalu, how are you doing after a period of time you don't really remember, but everybody seems to have stories about?
I think I'm fine. I mean, I don't mind the heat, and I like exploring things. I still am quite committed to having Yori help me get my revenge on the people who ran me out of my original town. So I'm excited to be going back, but I'm not like desperate to go anywhere aside from getting this whole thing sort of taken care of so that I can get what I need. But yeah, I mean, I think I just kind of woke up like I did before from the sarcophagus, just like, hey guys, what are we still in the cave? Okay. Where are we going now? Oh, back? All right, cool. Sounds good. I'm into it. See what's going on. I mean, I don't like the town or the people in it, so I kind of want to get back, get the money, and then move on. But I'm not super upset to be in the hot jungle or anything either.
And King, of course, you're the reason we can montage through this is that
I mean, this is my home, so I'm absolutely comfortable with it. And I think what everyone will appreciate and really acknowledge is how much quicker they get out of the jungle than them to get to this place. Very effective, not a lot of hurdles. I comment quietly under my breath here and there that, you know, when I hear them saying about how they encountered this and that in their last travel, I'm like, well, you know, only an amateur would do something like that. But other than that, I'm very, very efficient, and I get everyone back home as quick as possible.
Shots fired at Lalu.
I don't pick up any of these social cues and have no worries whatsoever about anyone's frustration with me.
There. So you guys are able to get back to Port Nyanzaru. Langus, upon reaching civilization once again, informs all of you that it has been a hot, exhausting, and absurd journey. He's going to avail himself of the nice spa services of Port Nyanzaru at on Jessamine's dime, essentially. So you go back to her villa on that pretext and getting your money. So when we open, after that little montage, Yori, you're sitting in front of Adahi, who's looking at you very expectantly. You have the mushrooms, yes, for my lady Jessamine?
You got the gold for myself and my teammates?
Oh, of course. There was you and this gracious tiefling, Lalu, and Langus. I already know we sent him off to get his well-deserved rest, but who is this person? And he looks at King. He's like a little taken aback by your appearance. And Adahi is like a portly, bald-headed man swathed in richly colored silk.
All you need to know about me is that I'm a beautiful man under this mask.
Of course. I did not mean to imply otherwise.
Good.
Adahi like gives you like wide eyes. You're like WTF is this in my home?
Jorm decided to tag out. We got this guy to tag in, and so just pretend he's Jorm.
I will do my best.
Okay.
Well, let me get that gold for you. If you could just come right this way, I'll bring you to my lady Jessamine, and she can examine these mushrooms that you've gathered from this tomb and make sure that they are correct, because we have gotten some incorrect ones before. Not just any mushroom will do, of course. Just follow me. And he like shuffles down the hallway in his like officious manner, and then he opens the door and he bows you and he says, of course, my lady Jessamine, those adventurers have come back mostly the same, mostly intact. It's quite impressive. And you come into this like beautiful sitting room with like plants, potted plants, and like beautiful like porcelain, what are they called? They're not vases because they sit on the ground, but you know what I mean? Like beautiful pots for these potted plants. And there's like it's very like hot house flower, lots of like low silk chaise lounges and pillows everywhere. And seated directly across from the door is presumably a woman. She's swathed head to toe in black silk, except for a narrow strip where her eyes peek through. And when she speaks, she has like this like rasp to her voice. And she says, I was wondering if you would survive the jungle, but I see you found some local assistance.
What a perfect way to put it. Local assistance. That's exactly.
Started falling apart yet?
Okay, Lala, thanks.
I'm just saying.
Mostly intact, although I do appreciate how prompt you have been with these mushrooms. Hopefully, I can begin creating the proper concoction to stop me from rotting away where I sit.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to not do. So here you go. And Yori tosses one of the, not all, but one of the fanny packs of mushrooms that they collected of the glowing, as well as the original mushroom that she gave them. And
go ahead.
Her tiny little halfling hand out.
Jasmine like looks through the pouch and she like, yes, and they're still weeping. Lovely. Abihi. He says, oh, wonderful. I do love when adventurers complete their tasks as a sign. It makes my job so much easier. He like waddles out of the room and comes back in short order and hands you a hefty bag of gold, Yori.
Ooh. King, how much did Stanley the wizard pay you?
How much did he pay me? Like a couple gold?
Yeah, hardly anything.
20 gold.
Okay, then Yori gives him, I guess, 50 gold, because it was 50 for everyone at the initial start. So 50 gold to King and 50 gold to Lalu. And I guess whenever Langus returns, 50 gold to him.
Yeah, of course. Yori would never do anything else.
When she hands me my gold, I just hand it back to her and say, can you hold this?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nice.
I don't know why I carry it around.
Just mean like her eyes like flick between the three of you and she says, yes. Well, this will take some time for me to experiment with.
Ew.
There's like this pause in the conversation. Justine says, we aren't all as lucky as you, Lalu Erish, to not be cursed with resurrections that we thought would be fine. You should be a little less judgmental in your day-to-day, I think.
I say we leave.
Bye, Jess.
I may have more work for you, so if you're interested.
What kind? I mean, she looks at Lalu, shaking her head. Looks at King. I mean, what are we talking about?
Well, depending on the conclusion of my experiments, I may or may not be able to reproduce this formula. But if I am not, I know where it's located. But I don't want to hire you to do something if I am able to do it myself, of course. This is logical. You understand, Yori?
Yes? I'm still confused of what you want. What do you need us to potentially not do?
Go and find this formula, obtain it, acquire it from a competitor of mine, a Yuan-Ti gentleman. We'll talk about it if needs be.
Okay. Well, we'll be outside. How long do you need?
Give me an afternoon.
I just walk out of the room.
Okay, well, see you. That was Lalu.
Yeah, I probably left an hour ago.
With like peace.
I'm just hiding in the garden.
So yeah, you have a few hours of time to yourselves, important Yanzaru. You also have a hefty amount of gold that you have just acquired from completing this task. Is there anything that you all would like to do before Jessamine summons you?
Well, if we're going to fight Yuan-Ti, I'm probably going to need more health potions because I gave all of mine away. Is the guy still willing to give us the deal for 25 instead of 50 gold per potion?
Oh, no.
Is he willing to give us cheaper? Yes, 20 gold. We are heroes now, saving one of your prince merchants. Good merchant.
Glares at you. He says,
just glare really hard back.
Those merchants constantly squeeze the lifeblood out of this city. Do you understand the tyranny
My bad. I'm sorry.
Fines and fees that I have to pay to even sell things?
The guy's still yelling at her. Goodbye. Okay, well I don't really want to give.
Can I take any of them while they're yelling at each other? Can I just take some of them?
You can attempt to.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. That would be some sort of dexterity check, sleight of hand, if you have it.
Okay. Oh no. I didn't think this through.
So do you just, I envision he's shouting about the bureaucracy of the merchant princes, and you just reach out and put your hands on one of the potions and pick it up. And
yeah.
We've been in town 10 minutes.
He's like, you there, what are you doing? Stop, thief! And all the other merchants look around and they have their arms over their wares and they're looking at you, and some port guards are like, huh, thief?
I just open it and I go, smells like potion. It's real potion. We won't be buying it though. We don't want it.
Well, you have now exposed it to the air. Do you realize that you've contaminated my goods? I demand redress.
You've contaminated your goods.
Good one. Really good one. I'll be outside.
Yori's just watching this unfold. She's like, nope, Lalu, you gotta.
I'm just backing away.
I will have you up on charges. This cannot stand. This is injustice. You just fade away.
Wander away.
I'm already
distracted by something else.
Are the guards coming?
Yeah, they're kind of moseying over. Port Nyanzaru isn't a super lawful city, but they're kind of lazily doing their jobs. It's hot.
All right, Yori.
What was that stuff that was in the cave, that mist that we were inhaling? What was that again? You know what it was called?
Mad monkey fever.
So Yori does a sleight of hand as well to grab another potion, a non-opened one, and toss it behind her back to look like she grabbed it from Lalu and be like, look, see, nothing was ever wrong. It's totally okay. Bam. Ooh, look at that roll.
He looks down. He says, all right.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm sorry. She's, a little crazy. And roll was 7 or something. Let's go. We're leaving. Pushes Lalu out of the way.
So you're back in the market square.
But you kept the potion, right? She asks Lalu. Did you keep the potion?
Yeah. Well, I set it down, but I think if I had like seen you pulling it out, I would assume if you rolled, that's like if you're pulling a different one out and saying it's fine. I mean, did you set that one back down and pick up the one that was open?
I didn't pick up the one that was open.
No, then we have no potion.
Okay, that's okay.
I was just curious about it.
0. That's
well,
fine.
that was time well spent. Now what are we doing?
I don't.
We got to find other potion. I don't think that guy's going to sell it to us anymore.
We can do some bookkeeping just like on a meta layer. You guys can buy things without potential persuasion rolls fucking you up unless you want to try and negotiate better prices.
No, that's fine. I just want 1 health potion for 50 gold.
Okay.
I think I still have 2. I think I still have my 2 healing potions. So
I'll buy one for myself.
Okay, for 50 gold.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping track of my gold at least on my page.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I want to get a new I want to get like 3-4 daggers. I want to get how much are daggers?
Ooh, that might be a costly. This also reminds me, Lalu. Since you blacked out on Mad Monkey Disease, somehow you've become level 4.
Sick.
Yeah. So we will roll your HP because that needs to happen. Okay. And also during this whole town phase, think about what changes will occur to your character. So yeah.
Overall, I'd like to buy a new set of arrows because I've been keeping track of my arrows too, and I'm down to 3. So new set of arrows, 3 daggers, like throwing daggers, and I don't think we have enough gold for really any bonuses for equipment.
Right. Okay. So let me find Jan table of how much it costs.
Is that what it says on top of it?
Yes, it's in the. If you have your player's handbook, you too can follow along. Yeah. In the meantime, Lalu, let's roll some new HP for you.
Okay.
So I believe you do a D8, correct?
Okay.
I think we all rolled really well, so you're probably going to blow it.
Yeah, they took all the luck.
Roll D8.
Plus your Constitution modifier.
Plus 2.
I think no one rolled below a 6. Oh, okay, there you go.
Well,
nice. Not bad. So add that to your HP and tell us what the new one is.
All right. The new HP is 30.
Okay, respectable.
Not bad. It's okay.
Let's see. Ash,
you have more HP than I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is on page 143. Equipment. You want arrows, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. It might not be that expensive. Why can't I find? I don't know that there's a price in here. GM chat, if you're screaming at me already about this.
I don't see anyone saying anything.
I'm just screaming internally.
Then is there a price for daggers in there?
Yes, a dagger is 2 gold.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll buy 4 of those.
Okay. Oh, that's because I'm looking in the wrong. Ammunition. 20 arrows is 1 gold.
Okay, can I have 40?
Yeah.
Nice.
Literally had to turn the page. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Cool. Well,
all right.
I'm set.
Last bit of bookkeeping. Lalu, what have you decided on for your level 4 stuff?
I'm still figuring that out right now because I don't have my player book with me. But
right.
I will get. I'm working on it. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what exactly happens at level 4.
So you get 2 points to one of your stats, or you can do
that's
one
right.
one.
Or I think maybe you can take a feat.
I'll do
Here we are. Ability score improvement. When you reach the 4th level, you can increase one ability score of your choice by 2, or you can increase 2 ability scores of your choice by 1. Or you can take a feat.
Let's do +1 to my wisdom and +1 to my dexterity. I think, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, wild shape.
I do. Okay.
Improvement.
That's what I thought. I was trying to look that up.
You also get a 3rd second level spell slot.
Okay. 3.
All right. Bookkeeping done.
Thank you.
No problem. I totally forgot that you were in a different country and don't have your book.
Whoopsies.
Who brings
What
the
was I
player's
thinking?
handbook to work in other
I
countries?
should have flown with it. You should always travel with your player's handbook.
You never know when you're
Only a true player. Only a true player.
Okay. Thank you all for bearing with those details. So you guys have restocked. Lalu suddenly feels stronger after recovering from her bout of madness. And where are you when Adahi locates you? Where are you guys chilling out?
I've probably been to this town before, eh?
Yeah, it's the biggest mostly human settlement.
Okay, then I've definitely never been here before. I've seen it from the distance. Don't get too close.
Yori's getting drunk. She's getting drunk at the tavern. It's been a while.
King would be down for that.
Yeah, nice cool beer. Or what? Do they have beer here? I don't know.
I don't see. Probably beer, rum, maybe grog,
okay.
maybe.
She loves all spirits, to be honest. She's not choosy. So
they have something they call beer. Whether a beer aficionado would recognize it as such is a different question. But they definitely have fermented alcoholic something.
All right. Well, that's what she's doing. Spending her, it was like a silver or something.
Yeah. King's having a Diet Coke.
Nice.
Watching your figure.
I'm at the bar with them, but I think I'm wandering around the bar, just kind of like investigating all these weird drunk creatures and people. Observing
everybody's
them.
acting
I'm like
real bizarre.
I'm like leaning on, like people are like playing cards. I'm just like leaning way too far into their card game to like watch what they're doing, like touch things, move around. Yeah. Hey.
And there's probably like his buddy is super drunk. It's like, hey, lady luck.
Like leave.
And so Adahi like pops into this room and like anxiously looks around. And it's like, oh, I was hoping I could find you here. And he like, excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Excuse me. And he's like holding his robes up so that they don't get like anything on them and like trying to navigate through these like way too closely set tables. And gets over to where you guys are sitting. And he says, do you mind if I have a seat?
Please.
Wonderful. And he sits down. He says, I have done much walking this day looking for you, but I am so glad I found you. My lady Jessamine, who is a brilliant alchemist in her own right, unfortunately, needs your help to locate this aforementioned formula. But we'll pay you, of course.
Yeah, well, guys, what do you think? Linkus isn't even here. King, you've been a part of our group for like a day, but I feel like your opinion matters.
I feel like I've aged about 40, but I've got nothing better to do, and I'm out of diet soda.
Oh, God. Oh, well,
how much more gold do you need before you're done getting gold? When are you going to come with me?
To help me as much as
Adahi gives you a look like, what the hell did she do? Like pearl clutching.
Lala, let's just hear Jessamine out. I want closure on this.
I must tell you, 500 gold isn't going to last you very long in this city. I mean, if you would like to stay here longer, you're going to need more income. And
good, then we're going to be asking for a lot more.
I mean, I do like you. I like my lady Jessamine more, but I do like you, and I just want to be as helpful as I can. You've done us a good turn. You should ask for more money. Please don't tell my lady I said that.
Oh, Yuri kind of like takes a step back. Thought he was kind of being a jerk, but is actually being nice. Okay, well, yeah. Do you want a beer? Can I buy you a beer before we go?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yuri buys him a beer.
And he drinks it, and is a total lightweight. So you're walking back to Lady Jessamine's villa, and he's just like, he's always kind of a nervous babbler, but now he's just like letting all his business hang out in the street as you're walking back. And he's like, well, when I was a young lad, let me tell you about my first romance. It didn't go well, mind you. But
oh, no, that's fine. Thank you. We're good.
No.
He embarked on this story anyway.
I'm interested to hear that it didn't go well for him. So I'm like, I want to hear about this trash fire of a relationship.
And it is just that, a complete trash fire. He wrote like terrible poetry and got flowers, but his the person he was courting was terribly allergic to them because they were poisonous, and et cetera, et cetera. Like this whole like sordid, terrible sob story pours out of him. And by the time you're getting back to the villa, he's like, and I never heard back again.
This story actually makes me like him slightly more because I feel like he's also been rejected the way that I have somehow. So I feel slightly less hatred towards him.
I didn't find my way again as a person until I came into the employ of my lady Jessamine.
And then when he says that, I'm just like, ugh.
I mean, in her former career, she was a renowned assassin, let me tell you, but no longer. It's just kind of
she's
like
falling apart and dead, right?
No. She retired before that. One can only be an assassin for so long before one's enemies become problematic, of course. But my lady Jessamine, she's still to be feared. Don't get me wrong. Do not cross her. Be careful.
You are trying to get us to do a job for her, are you not?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Did that not endear her to you? I find it very compelling.
You just kind of threatened us a little bit, just a little bit.
And he like stops walking and like blinks, and he's like, "Oh, by the gods, I don't know what came over me. Let's just keep this conversation between all of us. Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. She never needs to know." He like continues bustling forward.
Okay.
It's like WTF.
Well, whatever you two want, I guess. I don't mind working for an assassin, apparently.
Well, we've already killed so many things by this point. It doesn't really matter, morally speaking.
I'm not concerned about my morals. I'm more concerned about my hide.
Oh. Well, that job was easy enough to a sense. We just kind of screwed it up along the way with your assistance, King. I would imagine that this next job could be a lot easier and a lot more efficient for the money's worth.
Oh, you flatter. I'm going where you're going, so I just thought maybe we should have a conversation about working for a former assassin.
Oh, does it, Lalu? This seems like something you'd be into.
I don't really care. I mean, if it's gonna pay you, and then you're gonna help me get my revenge on those horrible, horrible people.
Of course.
What's this about revenge? What's happened?
It's later.
Nothing.
We'll talk about it later, King.
Listen, people are bad.
Yes, I know. That's why I live in the jungle.
But they're all bad. So
yes, I know.
If a bad person wants to pay us, why not?
Okay. I like that thinking.
I don't like anybody. So, I mean, if she's going to give us money, then...
But do you like me?
I think so.
I'm all right.
I don't not like you.
Good. Let's go.
And the ships were born. So Adahi leads you back to Jessamine's sitting room, and she is sitting there. You can't see her expression, and her demeanor is, as per usual, quite reserved. But her voice sounds very frustrated. She says, "Excellent. I have need of you again, much to my dismay, but probably not yours, as I do have quite a bit of wealth to get what I want. Have a seat. Let's negotiate."
King sits down. Definitely man spreads.
I'm just walking around touching things and picking things up and looking at them and generally not doing what they tell me to do.
Mm. And she kind of ignores the two of you and focuses on Yuri. She says, "Now, the Yuan Ti created this embalmment concoction years ago, centuries ago, and they have a very proprietary view about their formulas. You may have noticed that they have some enmity towards me, yes?"
I mean, they tried to kill us a few times, but that was, I thought that was just us.
I have felt those urges, but have not acted on them, so I understand. Yet, the Yuan Ti and I are old rivals. I've taken some contract, or she clears her throat, some business from them before. They don't appreciate it, and they would like me out of the way now that I ply my new trade of selling medicine. Medicine.
Okay, so what do you need us to do?
If I were to approach them in any way, shape, or form, I would be overwhelmed, or they would attempt to overwhelm me rather quickly. And as you know, I am a bit under the weather due to this curse. So what I would like you to do is find their head alchemist. I don't know his name. I know that he exists, and he has their hereditary knowledge is passed down generation to generation to this figure. And I know that he exists. I need you to find him, find this formula, get it, and bring it back to me so that I can create this thing that I need to save myself. And potentially anybody else that has been resurrected and now suffers from this death curse for a price, of course. I need to live.
Of course. So you need us to find this alchemist who you do not know where he is?
No, I don't know where they...
Not even a vague idea of what part of the island?
Probably not in the port, if I were to guess. He's probably in their headquarters, their city, what's left of it.
King, what do you know of the Yuan Ti city?
Can I roll for that?
Yeah.
What would this be?
Like history or mostly history, really. Maybe nature, like different knowledge checks will tell you different things.
Okay, I'll do a nature. Damn.
Nice.
Nature, you know.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that's a really good roll. You would know that the Yuan Ti harvests a lot of plants in Chult. And they all seem to, like, you understand their pattern of harvesting. And it's all centered around what seems to be a ruin of a city in the jungles of Chult. People have called it Omu. You've never seen like fit to go in there, really.
Okay.
And it's very hard to locate. Like you've stumbled across it maybe once in like 3 years. But it would be very hard to find your way back. but better you than anybody else to try.
So yeah, I kind of relay that information. I know a bit about it. Might take some doing, but I think I could probably track it, as I'm probably the best tracker in all of Chalt.
Is that so? Excellent. I must say, I was not convinced when I first saw you, but you seem much more useful than that preacher that they had before. His incessant nattering about Tyr.
Well, religion is quite useless when you're lost in the jungle, is it not?
I tend to agree.
Well, since I am the premier scout in all of Chult, then you do know that the price will be quite steep for our services now that I have joined this ragtag group of adventurers.
I expect no less. What are you charging me? What is your opening bid?
I will leave the negotiations to an expert, and then he looks over and just gives a nod.
And she looks towards you, Yuri.
2,500 gold. Yuri still has no actual concept of what how much anything is in this place, and she's already screwed up once. She's staring.
Go for broke, man.
5 times what I paid you to get these mushrooms.
Seems it's 5 times as dangerous. We've already lost one member.
And I say, math.
She like looks over her shoulder where you've been like looking at some plant in the corner.
I mean, the alternate is that you can hire another group of adventurers who will never find the city. Why waste your time or money? You're a busy woman.
That is true. You've proven yourselves somehow. You did successfully bring these mushrooms, which I will need, but this formula, you understand about, and she like looks at you and like, well, whether you understand or not is not my concern per se. 2,500 seems a bit steep.
Really? How much do you think that formula would go for in the black market?
It's priceless, of course. You know this. I've told you this already. However, it has reached my ears that I would not have these mushrooms without a certain, what is he calling himself, miracle worker? How much of this was you and how much was this highly unlikely and increasingly complicated assistance from the miracle worker, whatever his name is?
You need to seriously weigh somebody who would honestly call themselves a miracle worker, how much value they actually have.
It's true, the name is a bit overwrought. Give me a persuade roll to
me? God damn it.
To convince her that Stanley the miracle worker is no good.
Come on, King.
All right. This is not going to go well.
Oh.
Not bad.
Hey, man, coming up roses today. I never roll good. Combat, forget about it.
She reaches up and like strokes the silk swathing the lower half of her face. And she says, I've heard tales that he's able to do truly miraculous things, but I did not believe them myself. He charged me my entire fortune to save me from this curse.
And look how that turned out for you.
Oh, I threw him out without even considering his offer. It's a ridiculous little man. Very well, 2,500.
Really?
Yes.
His voice goes up.
Of course, not all now. I will give you 1,000 now, 1,500 upon successful return of this formula. Agreed?
Agreed.
It's good.
Excellent. As per usual, Adahi will sort out the particulars. Now, find out who this is. I advise you, rather. Do what you want, but I advise you to find out who you're looking for before you go looking.
Leave it to the professionals.
Wonderful. as a professional, well, former professional myself, I appreciate someone that understands their craft. So best of luck to you. And hopefully I will see you anon with this life-saving formula.
See ya.
So yeah, that is your new mission. Find out who this head alchemist is and figure out how to get to Omu, if that is indeed where he is.
Do we get paid on the way out? We get that 1,000 gold?
Yes, Adahi will give you that 1,000 gold. Actually, Adahi is like passed out somewhere. His undersecretary will give you the 1,000 gold.
Perfect.
Great.
Adahi's sleeping off his drinking binge of 1 year.
So when we leave, we walk a ways away from the building, and I pull both of them aside. And I say, I have an idea. We've already been paid 1,000 gold. I'm starting to like these shiny coins. I can buy even cooler masks the more gold I have. We can find the city. But what say you that we negotiate with them to kill this assassin and get paid twice?
Brit's face.
I'm so excited by this idea. I'm like, ooh, mischief and mayhem. Yes. And I'm like, extra gold. Yeah.
What? We should probably talk to Langus about that. I don't know.
He'd be totally
Langus
fine
will
with
be
it.
fine. We'll buy him a new fan. We'll buy him a bunch of new fans. He'll be so happy. I'll talk to him.
And I'll stop calling him a dwarf.
Yuri's I don't know. I guess she's a little conflicted. She's not
I clank the bag of 1,000 coins that we have.
Yeah.
a cold sweat starts to break.
I'm just say, Yuri, you said that the more gold, like once you get your gold, you're going to come help me. So why don't we get your gold twice as fast and do this?
Yeah. No, you're right.
You're the accountant. Don't you think as the accountant that more money faster is better?
But also making the right client like you and hire you over and over again isn't a bad thing. But I do want to get off this island and probably never want to see Lady Jessamine ever again. So
they're never going to know. She's going to fall apart before they even figure it out.
But the Yuan-ti have tried to kill us several times already.
Yeah, and they never did.
King, how do you think we're going to convince them to even make a deal with us?
Well, my primary concern right now is how we're going to convince them to even get into the city.
Well, we're going to sneak in.
No, we're not.
Oh. All right. Well, that's our first step, is figuring out how we're even going to make it to the city. So before we even talk about betrayal and assassinating assassins, let's go find some information.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Yuri doesn't know. She's on the fence. She wants Langus to come back from his spa or whatever he's at.
Yes, Langus is the moral backbone of this party and will not let anyone forget about that. Langus and Tyr, between the two of them, or not Tyr.
Tyr as well.
Jorm. So yeah, in their absence, the three of you consider assassinating the assassin and getting paid twice. So you're in Port Nyanzaru, which is this lovely map that we have here. Where do you try to go first to get information?
I'd leave that up to, well, King isn't used to the city, is he?
No.
None of you really are.
Gosh, I mean, like, is there a thieves guild? Would I know that?
You would surmise that there probably is a thieves guild, because what city with a lot of wealth passing through it doesn't have one?
Right.
But you are not local in any sense, so you know that they just don't have a building with a sign on it that says thieves guild. But they're probably around.
I don't know. We tried to find information before just about the mushrooms, and we came up very short. I'm hesitant, but
well, that bodes well if you can't find information about mushrooms.
As they're discussing like how to figure it out, I look for the nearest person and just go ask them if there's a thieves guild around here.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay. Where am I going now?
Nice. Nice. So you go up to somebody and gosh, what does a 20 look like on asking somebody if there's like a place where thieves go to like do some criming?
This happened to be a guy that's really into horns.
Probably you ask a guard, a city guard. And he says, by the gods, there is a thieves guild, and if I ever catch any of them, we'll string them up from the city walls.
Where would we catch them?
Oh, thieves guild. Well, they are mostly in the old city. I don't like going there myself. Luckily, my patrol is this fine marketplace and merchant villa. But if you go to the old city, I'm certain they will try to rob you. They can't be trusted. But don't worry, you find a local city guard and we will get your items back probably. I mean, depending.
On what?
There's several factors. Who stole it, which way they ran, how dangerous that area is, how much the guard that is assigned to find it is being paid.
All right, Old City. Okay, thank you. Look at him. Old City?
This town is probably the most annoying place I've ever been.
And be careful. A nice lady like you.
Aw.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I'm offended or annoyed or charmed by what he just said.
I don't like him. I don't like Eddie. I'm just like, oh, let's go.
Let's go get robbed. So I'm going to march us towards the old city.
Okay. So you guys are heading from the very like richly accoutred area of the merchant villas towards the old city, which is ancient, covered in vines, and crawling with it is the underbelly of the port. As you get deeper into the city, the richly swathed merchants and their ilk slowly, like it converts over into poor people. Beggars are on every corner. There's a lot of like ragamuffin children running around. There's a lot of I don't know how to describe it, like hawkers, like selling things like oranges or like wilted looking flowers or whatever garbage they can scrounge up. And the buildings get closer until like every street looks like a alley, and you enter this warren of actually oppressive poverty, but also crime. And we are gonna take a 5-minute break, and when we get back, our intrepid adventurers will try to not get got in the old city. And we're back. We join our suddenly blurry, not so blurry. We join our adventurers. You're in the old city. Light from the frankly oppressive sun of Chult doesn't filter quite down into these narrow alleys, and people are giving you increasingly suspicious looks. Where do you start?
Can we just like walk down the main street and I'm just gonna hoist my coin bag in the air?
Can you not? Yori's having like heart palpitations, like watching someone just toss a bag of gold around.
So there's like a duality of reaction to this, right? There's like, wow, that sounds like a lot of gold.
It is a lot of gold.
Also, is that person stupid or trying to trap us? Like, nobody does that, right? Like, so they're very suspicious of you. And like one enterprising young girl calls out, "Hey, are you crazy?"
Look at my mask.
And she like turns back to her friends and she's like, "He's probably crazy." Okay. She says, you just, what are you doing?
I'll let the ladies speak for me. And I put the bag on my belt again.
Yori steps up and speaks in Thieves' Cant.
Nice.
And tries to communicate with the girl about if there's a local thieves guild as a dragon flies by, apparently.
So you guys start speaking in Thieves' Cant. Lalu and King, unless you have Thieves' Cant on your character sheet, it sounds like nonsense words strung together.
Like slang. It's a bunch of slang.
Yeah. But this little girl is like, "Your friend is really stupid."
Yeah, I know. I don't know what he's doing either. We're kind of lost and need some help.
Clearly. Well, I mean, a thieves guild, there is one.
Well,
they call themselves the Beggar Princes. I mean, you could probably talk to them. It's a risk.
Would they have information about the Nuanti city?
They got information about everything.
That's what I figured. All right, how do I get there?
There isn't really a there. They just kind of find you. I mean, I wish I had known that you were one of us because I wouldn't have already said something, but they're probably going to find out that your friend is swinging around a lot of gold real quick.
She looks over and sees, is there anyone like looking suspicious around us?
Everybody is.
Right.
You just like swung a bag of gold over your head. Everybody is looking at you.
Okay. Well, we'll be over here. I'm guessing there's a bar like in every street corner around this.
Oh yeah, there's like some like shitty gin dispensary bar or something equivalent thereof.
I mean, if anyone has any information about the Nuanti city, that'd be cool. Maybe we'll pay you for it or something. And she like awkwardly goes and walks over to the bar.
And that like little girl is just giving you a look like, "Girl, what are you doing with yourself?" Okay, so you go to this like crappy little place. It's very dark, smells bad. There are people passed out all over the place. Like compared to the tavern where everybody was like having a good time, this place is depressing, to say the least. A true den of vice and iniquity. They all like, there's like one old man like with a grizzled beard who looks up at you when you come in and like looks you up and down and then turns back to his cup and takes another drink.
Yori is actually a bit shy and nervous here. Although she has always been proclaimed to be a rogue herself, she actually has never really been around a bunch of other rogues. So she's kind of nervous. Feels like she got to prove something.
Right. So they all just, like, a couple of people looking at you, and like across the way there's this like very bedraggled looking like barmaid, and she's like, "Well, you gonna have a seat or what?"
Well, guys, let's grab a drink.
All right, so I saunter over, pull a unconscious guy out of his stool and sit in his place.
Barmaid looks like this is normal behavior, and she's like, okay. It goes back about her business.
Yuri has to climb up the stool with her legs dangling down like a child.
Lalu, do you deign to sit, or are you still wandering around messing with people?
I think I just walk over and kind of like lean on the bar next to them, and I'm kind of like looking around at everybody, sort of trying to get an idea of who these people are and kind of what's going on with them, and trying to see if there's anything interesting to look at, because I'm just bored by all of this business talk. I just want to go. I want to go look at things and explore stuff, and I don't really have a lot of interest in these conversations right now. But I also don't trust these people. These people seem severely untrustworthy, so I'm highly suspicious, and I'm kind of hoping that somebody does something weird because I'm a little bored. I'm looking for somebody to like give me a reason to go investigate.
The barmaid comes back up to you and looks at the three of you, and she's like, 2 copper a piece for a drink.
Okay. What you got? Okay, cool. Yeah, here you go. And she gives.
Yeah, I do the same.
She pockets the copper and comes back with 3 mugs of whatever and slams them down on the table and it sloshes over the sides.
Now, when she slams those down, Yuri gives her a gold piece as a tip and says, if you got any information about the Nuanti, maybe we'll be
and
here.
She had put the copper in her apron pocket, but she puts this gold piece down her bodice and she says, I might know a thing or two, yeah.
Yeah?
What are you asking?
We're trying to get into the city and we're looking for any information that we can.
The Yuan-Ti city? People don't come back from there. You sure that's where you're trying to go?
Yeah, well, we're just trying to find information right now.
Well, I'll give you some information. Don't trust those fucking snake people.
Man.
All right?
That's really useful.
I've met lizard folk that I like more than Yuan-Ti. But if you're determined to go on some suicide mission to Omu, sure. And it's out in the jungle. It's hard to find. Say it's a ruin, but there's, from what I hear, a lot of business going on underground.
Is there anyone we could talk to that you could point us in a direction that knows about the inner workings of the city? Maybe the higher ups that run it?
I don't know them. You think if I was in with those kind of people, I'd be working this shit-ass job in this shitty bar?
No, it makes sense. Your information is also shitty.
She glares at King.
I just laugh really loud.
She just told us everything I already told you, so we're wasting our time. What are we doing here? I waved my bag in the air.
No, stop, King. Oh.
Everybody looks again.
Oh, you're gonna start something.
And the barmaid gets up real quick.
Whoever knows information about something, Yuri, what are we looking for?
The Nuanti city.
All right. Who's got some information? I've got 10 gold for the person who gives us something meaningful, more meaningful than this woman here has wasted our time with.
And somebody from the doorway is like, just the people I was looking for.
There, that's what I'm talking about. Action.
And then you look over and there's like a shorter figure covered in fur and like cat ears poke up from their head. King, you would recognize this person as Tabaxi, the cat folk.
Great, a furry.
Yeah, well, you want information. I got information. I want money. You got money. We should talk.
So I've met this person before?
No, you just know of their race.
What is it called?
Tabaxi. Tabaxi.
All right. Well, Yuri, there you go. I did my job.
Okay, thank you, King. That was fantastic. Yori gets up from the just chugs her drink and heads over.
It's terrible.
Yeah, still chugs it, puts it down. She wants to seem tough in front of all the other rogues, So
yeah, it's like a step up from just drinking isopropyl alcohol. Like not fit for human consumption.
Especially the one the size of a child, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Yori saunters over to the information giver, the cat man.
Okay. And he looks down at you, and his tail is flicking behind him. And he says, "Oh, do you do the talking, and that one just waves money around?"
Yeah, kind of. So I don't even really know who that is, but we're going with the flow here. Do you got information? Oh, I have a headache. Yori immediately regrets drinking all that grog immediately.
While they're going to the conversation, I saw her chug this, so I'm trying to I'm looking at all of the liquids that I feel like I should follow suit. So I just chug mine too.
It's, as I mentioned before, terrible.
Go wipe my face, put it down, and I go, "That's disgusting." And then I turn around and catch up with my friends.
That tastes good to me.
Listen, we just need information on how to get into the city, and if you have any information of the alchemists that are in the Nuanti city and what kind of recipes they have. Any information, please.
Yeah, I might know a guy that knows some things. As a matter of fact, he sent me here to find you. Wanted to talk to you. You guys seem like, you know what? I like your style, and so does he.
We have style. That's right. The coolest style. Let's go.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, just come right along with me and I'll lead you straight to him. He'll tell you anything you want to know about anything. I swear, this guy knows everything. That's why he's on top around here.
Are they speaking in Thieves' Cant right now?
No, the cat, the Tabaxi man is just speaking common.
Does he seem deceiving at all?
He seems real trustworthy.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
All right.
I'm going to make one of those too.
I like this guy. I like cats, and you know what that means. I like him, and I trust him.
Cats will eat your face off when you die. Never trust a cat.
Yeah, well, King, well, you're like, yeah. King, you're like, everybody here is a criminal. Probably this guy too.
All right, so I'm gonna lead the way, Sir Cat. We'll follow. And I'm gonna make sure the ladies stay behind a little bit. And when he's without earshot, I'm gonna whisper to them. Is he gone ahead?
He'll walk ahead a little bit.
All right, so I mean, definitely gonna ambush us. I think we should just choke him out. Get the information we can out of him. Wave the bag around in the air a little bit more and see what else we can find.
No, stop doing that.
Okay, I'll stop doing that, but I think we should choke this guy out.
Excuse me, Mr. Feline, sir. Do you have a name?
Oh, you want to know my name?
I don't even want your real name. I just want something to call you.
You can call me Maris.
Maris? Where are we going, and who are you taking us to?
Well, I told you I'm taking you to my boss. He's one of those, they style themselves as the beggar kings here of Old City, you know, after the merchant kings. Not quite that rich, but.
I'm going to be candid with you. You're not taking us into a trap, are you? Because we're very mighty warriors here, slayers of at least 2 dinosaurs in zombie form. So.
My word, you've killed zombie dinosaurs.
At least 2.
That is remarkable. That's probably how you got that bag of gold there. Well, that's interesting. I'll be sure to let my boss know. But of course, I wouldn't lead you into a trap. If I was going to steal your money, I wouldn't announce it. Just wait till you left the bar and take your purse.
That makes sense. Okay. Yuri continues on, follows him.
He scoffs. Trap. He saunters down the street, whistling a little under his breath. You guys follow?
Yep.
Suppose so.
That 4 insight right there.
Yori's like, yay, friends. So he leads you into even narrower streets, and then finally gets to a doorway that's just covered with like hanging cloth, and pulls the cloth aside and says, right this way, right after you.
King, you go first.
You're the one that likes this cat so much. How about you go ahead?
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors.
No.
I just
No.
follow. I go ahead of both of them.
And the Maris just arches an eyebrow, looking at the two of you.
Follow Lalo.
I assume that I understand this cat person quite well because I have been trained in the ways of the druids.
True. You yourself may have been a cat before and may become one again.
As I walk in, I get down right into this Marissa's face, and I say, "I'm the Jungle King, which is much, much cooler than a beggar king." And I walk in.
Okay. He doesn't say anything to that, but lets the cloth swing shut behind you. The room inside is very small. It's a very close space. And there is a very large, very hefty guy. He's very tall. He's human. Looks like he was once very ripped, but it's run to fat in the past 8 years. And so his arms are pretty built, but not cut. And then he has this huge gut, and he's sitting there, and he looks at you and he says, "You're the one swinging around the bag of gold."
Yes, that's our friend here.
In my town.
I point over to Lalu.
He looks at you, Lalu. Where'd you get all that money?
Why?
He seems very nonplussed. No one has ever responded to his question in that way. He says, "You're not that smart." Oh, that's perfect. Now, here's what I propose. Because, of course, I brought you here for an offer.
Oh, God.
He looks at the three of you. I'll let you out of the old city alive. You give me that 1,000 gold. How's that for start?
Come on, man. At least give us some information. Yori just seems annoyed now. She's not even upset of the threat. She just thought that they were finally going to find some information.
Who else is in this room?
It's just him.
I stab him.
Just
him?
No. Yori just freezes in terror.
King, give me...
I'm hoping for advantage because I'm just literally in the middle of this conversation. I'm going to stab him with my trident.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're also trying to stab a thief lord who's up on it. Give me an initiative roll and let me see how fast you are.
Uh-oh. Oh, where's my initiative on the sheet? I can never find it. Oh, there it is.
At the very top. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. So you go to stab him with your trident, and from seemingly nowhere, several people tackle you. Yori and Lalu as well.
Yeah.
All three of you.
As I drop to the ground, I'm like, good. Oh, that's my daughter. 1 second.
It's like that thing on the BBC. This is great.
That's one of the things jumping out to attack us.
The kid just comes in.
She was demonstrating.
Failed your initiative roll.
She actually scared the shit out of me, so that's good. So yeah, I basically say, good. I just wanted to make sure that you are as protected as I assumed you were to be, that you're a man of business. All right, we can move forward with the conversation.
There's no conversation anymore. Mostly I just wanted you guys for Executioner's Run. The whole offer thing was a ploy. But that's great. We will get you guys set up. He gestures to the people like restraining you, and he's like, throw them in a cell, make sure they're ready.
No cell. We're fine. Can Yori wiggle her way out of it, being the dexterous halfling that she is?
How
big is this room?
It's very small. There's so many of them, and they got you.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna turn into a bear.
Okay.
Wait. No bear.
So Lalu starts turning into a bear.
Let's just escalate this. Let's just go all in, ladies.
Listen. Lalu's bear form is definitely taking up most of the space. So like you guys are pressed against the wall, and you just have like a face full of like bear fur.
What if I can offer you more than 1,000 gold?
He cannot hear you because you're speaking into a bear's ass.
I love this bear, and I give it a nice scratch.
And everybody's just like, that's against the wall.
Push them all back. And I scoot out of the way so that Yori can talk. But I'm assuming I've used my paws and my body to just basically pin everyone else down or to the wall so that they cannot move nor breathe very well.
Everybody's like,
all right, we're in a stalemate. No one can hurt anyone, and I think we have the advantage. But obviously, if we leave, we will be killed immediately. So I propose an offer.
But also, Lalu can't get out of the door in that form.
They don't know that. They don't know.
I'm just
that
saying,
at all.
mechanically, she cannot.
What if we can offer you more than 1,000 gold?
And he's like pushing bear fur out of his face. He's like, what in the God's fucking shit? He's very upset.
What if we can offer you something that's priceless that you could charge for tens and tens of thousands of gold?
Like
what?
We
have at least some knowledge of the recipe that can cure the dreaded death curse. Something that has been plaguing this land for a long time, something that you could sell for a lot of money.
If you had it in your hand, perhaps. He's like pushing at Lalu's like bare chest all in his face.
We're getting it. We were trying to get it because Lady Jessamine, Lady Jessamine, she wants us to get this recipe, and if we get it, we can give it to you instead.
Also, I need constitution checks from Yori and Lalu.
Okay.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Here come the great rolls.
Yeah, that grog you drank. Totally prepping you for this meeting because Lalu, you're feeling like really angry. You're feeling like a bear, and then you start to feel a little woozy. Yori, you're trying to negotiate, and like your mouth like goes slack.
Listen. We got a little recipe in
us.
And King, you're like pressed against the wall, petting this like bear's side, and then Lalu shrinks back into herself and just passes out on the floor. Yori is slumped in the corner. I'm like,
if I had a gold coin for every time I've seen that happen, I'd be a rich king indeed.
And like the beggar king is like picking bear fur off of his like little leather jerkin, and the other guys get their shit together and they restrain you, King. He's like, get this fucking circus into a cell. At least this will be entertaining, and then executioners run tonight. And drags the three of you off into a cell.
Oh,
I just wanted them to think I was cool.
And I whisper as we're being dragged away. You're very cool, Yori. Very, very cool.
You're not a bear anymore, Lalu.
I'm not. Oh.
No.
I'm still making that noise.
So,
all right, this goes away.
You're brought
that didn't work out well.
You guys are thrown into this big room with a bunch of other like very desperate looking people. There's like one guy in the corner who's like really built and like seems pretty confident in this space, and there's some people that look terrified.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
Yeah. You guys king, I guess. What do you do? Your friends are totally passed out.
I try to look more built and more confident than the other one.
And he like looks at you, gives you the up nod.
And I nod higher. I'm always trying to one up whatever he does, whether it's nodding higher or flexing more. I'm just trying to be.
He like leans back and you like lean back harder.
Yeah, lean back more. Yeah. And actually, at this point, I'm gonna take off my mask. I'm assuming did they take our weapons, or what's going on?
No, actually, you still have your weapons. Everybody here is armed.
Interesting.
And the big guy looks at you and he's like, going to Executioner's Run tonight?
Guess so.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, I'm the champion.
You're the champion of shit. You live in a cage, for Christ's sakes.
He like gets a little huffy and he's like, I have defeated more monsters in that arena than anybody ever has. I've made history.
You live in a cage in a basement.
Hey. You're in this cage too, buddy, all right? We can't all be fucking kings.
Hey. Well, I am king, by the way, and I'm here by choice. So we'll see about who's the best monster slayer in all the land, because this mask, which I take off and like slam on the ground, that's just one of my trophies. And I got a few more on my body that I don't want to show you right now.
Whoa. Bro, I don't need to know about that.
Yori in a drunken stupor starts screaming, what did you do to your face? Because she always thought that was his face.
Yeah, you and Lalu are starting to come too, but you're definitely groggy.
I'm like, whoa. I just get like way too close to look at it and just examine it.
So we're going to be gladiators.
Should I turn back into a bear?
I mean, do what you want. I do it in here. I have a proposition, actually. If you're going to turn into a bear, can I ride you around while we slay creatures together?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Frank the Gladiator is like, you guys are fucking weird. I've seen some fucking weird people in this place.
Quiet basement cage, man. I've had enough of you.
Yeah, quiet, you.
Like glares. He's like, we'll see who comes back after tonight. It's gonna be me because I'm the fucking champ.
This guy's really annoying me.
He's like,
why are we always surrounded by really annoying people?
Because people are terrible.
They are. Listen, like next time, let's just go into the jungle. We can have a good time there. There's lots of cool things to do in the jungle. It doesn't involve gold. We can get drunk, maybe do some drugs, eat some mushrooms.
I like the jungle. That's where the animals are.
They did not take your weapons, but they definitely took that fucking gold.
She's screaming as soon as King mentions gold, desperately looking for any gold that she has, and then she's crying into the floor now that she realizes it's gone.
You know what you don't need in the jungle, Yori? Gold.
Yes, you do!
The jungle can supply everything that you could possibly ever want.
No,
you found me.
Doesn't. Oh my God, we didn't find you. You were with Stanley. Oh my God.
As he's talking about this, a small part of me is becomes slightly less bent on exacting revenge on my enemies and starts to sort of see the forest and the jungle as like a place where I could possibly just be happy.
Sold on it?
Not yet, but there's a slight change in there's a slight lessening in my need for revenge on these horrible people who ran me out of my town. And I'm like, maybe the forest.
See, Yori, when we were out in the cave and in the jungle, we were the masters. We controlled our destiny. 10 minutes in the city and we're fighting for some beggar king in a basement somewhere. That tells you everything you need to know about the city and gold.
Is that why we almost died several times in the jungle and got illnesses and lost a few friends? Is that why it's a very nice, pleasant place and the city's what's so terrible?
Yes.
I just want my gold back. That's all I want.
I pat her and I say, there's more gold. We'll get more gold.
The champion looks at, if you want gold, you gotta beat the executioner's run. I'm gonna do it. Then I'm gonna be as rich as any of those merchant princes out there.
Yeah, you've probably been saying that for 20 years down here, you psycho.
Look, it takes time. All right.
I say, see, you already look. We just beat this weirdo, and then we beat the other people, and then you get more gold.
Okay.
Look, tonight, I'm gonna fill you in on this. We're going up against the flail snail. Yeah.
It's the flail snail.
Well, that I believe that you could actually defeat.
Hey. This thing is dangerous. It's huge. It's got a fucking shell. Like, how do you get through that? I don't fucking know. It's got tentacles and shit. It's no joke.
What, have you fought it before?
It hasn't been my time yet, but it's up tonight. And finally, gonna defeat the flail snail.
How many things have you lost to?
You don't lose, you die. My win streak
how many things have you
is
beat?
infinite.
I think we're going to see a fail snail out there tonight with you flaring your arms around like that. How about we send you in first and we'll take care of the rest?
Take that thing down. I've won twice already. The fucking champ.
I feel like the alcohol is still affecting me.
Oh my god, the other scared people are just looking at him like they've been stuck in a cage with this person for so long. Look, I'm gonna get my freedom. I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. What are you gonna do?
Wait, how much money?
The whole pot.
What's the pot?
It's like 300 gold, but that's good. That's a good start. I didn't have it when I got in here.
So I kind of like, is it all of us against the flail snail? Is that how they run this?
I mean, they're probably gonna need all three of you to try and take that thing down. Me, I could do it myself because I'm the champ.
So out of character question, is he going in by himself, or do we all have to fight together?
He is gonna go in himself because he's like built as a single person.
Okay.
You guys, it's like wrestling. You're like a tag team group, ostensibly.
All right.
What's our tag team name?
I'm just gonna wait until that guy goes out and fights the flail snail. And then when he does that, I'm gonna do something.
Okay. So conversation continues in this fashion or not. Maybe you guys don't say anything, but this guy keeps trying to hype himself up. And the guards come in, and one by one, the scared people are taken out of the room.
Yeah. Until
it's you and the champion. He's like, yeah, those are the fucking appetizers. Yeah. Time for the main event.
All right. So as he goes out, just as they're about to close the door behind us, I stab him in the calf with my trident.
Stab him in the what?
In the calf.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that, or can I just do it?
He is a complete fuckboy. You can just do it.
All right.
So you stab him in the calf, and he's like, fuck. And the guards don't give a shit, and they're dragging him out. To be honest, they're probably going to do it themselves before they throw him in the arena, because that's how these things go. And it is an embarrassingly short amount of time before they come for you three. I'm like, all right, you're up.
King, what was the point of that?
It just felt real good. I'm sorry. When I get around people, especially people like that for too long, bad things happen. I'm sorry.
When there was Jorm here in Langus, we had a morality balancing, but now it's tipped far too much.
So much easier life is when you don't care.
That guy was the worst.
The worst.
So you
liked it. You liked when I did that. Admit it.
And they're bringing you to the end of this tunnel.
Closer to gold.
There's like light at the end of this tunnel because it leads to outside. And they lead you into the middle of this arena, and there's like all these roaring people. They're dragging the body of the champ out to go throw it wherever they throw all the bodies. And on the far side, there's a rather large snail. And an announcer's voice amplified via something like thaumaturgy is like, and now we have our new challengers. 3 freaks dragged in from out of the jungle. Can they take down the flail snail? And all the people are like, yeah, flail snail, flail snail, flail snail.
And I kind of lean over, I'm like, this is what happens when people live in poverty. This is what happens when people desire gold.
Well, congratulations. Now we have 0 gold and we have to be here. Because of you. You lost me my gold, king, and you ripped your face off and you're weird.
I openly laugh at this.
Yori's just upset. She's never been this upset before.
All right, well.
And then I slap her across the face and I say, hey, there's a giant snail. We have to work together if we don't want to die. Okay?
So I put my arm on Lalu's shoulder and I say, we should probably bear down on our opponent.
I giggle like that and then I turn into a bear.
All right.
Bear token. Lovely. It's right here. Bam.
Give me that bear token.
Oh, someone just called our team the fanny pack, and that's got to be it.
Nice.
That's our gladiator team name. I like it.
All right, let me.
As she transforms, can I just like hop up on that back?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she allows it.
Yeah.
I asked permission before. We're good.
Lalu, can you double check that you can control this bear token for me?
Yeah.
Fantastic. King, you are, oops, I'm gonna have to move the bear to the back because it's large. Okay, King, you hop up onto the bear's back.
Yep.
The flail snail slowly raises its snail tentacles and we roll for initiative.
Oh my God. You know what I didn't think I'd be doing this morning is turning into a bear and fighting a snail with tentacles.
I don't know why not. You knew you were playing this game.
It's true.
You know how I do.
This damn flail snail.
Just missing King.
No, I rolled 4. Did not show up? Oh, I have to click my token. Sorry about that.
I'll add you on there. No big deal.
Not gonna let him re-roll that 4.
Not today.
Oh, come on! Look at that 21 there.
Come on!
We're just gonna put this in.
Come on! I made a good bear pun.
Come on. Give us this little thing. Look, we're gonna
Fine.
That's gonna lead to our downfall because I'm gonna roll 1s from now on.
That's like the one good roll.
I will allow your bear pun to sway my better judgment.
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
King, you have the arena. What do you do? This snail flails.
Well, I'm kind of like stuck to her initiative, I guess. So
unless you want to like throw something or jump off her back.
Yeah, I do have a bow, apparently. I'll use that until we engage a little bit closer.
Okay.
So I draw up my bow and get my balance. It's a little bit weird. But this isn't the first time I've ridden an animal before. Normally I do it in the jungle though. Okay, here we go.
A 19 to hit. You hit.
All right.
For 13. Yes,
I think just 7 because Colossus Slayer is the only one they're wounded.
Yeah. 7.
And as a bonus action, I obviously am not going to move. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on that guy.
Okay.
Nice.
Use Hunter's Mark. The announcer says, "Oh, what is that thing? Whatever it is, it shot the flail snail with a bow." Yori, it is your turn.
Yori is going to move 20 feet over here. Get like a different angle on the snail, maybe. I don't know. She doesn't know what it can do. Maybe it can spit fire in a cone and she doesn't hear it. And then she's gonna throw a dagger. Actually, no, I'm sorry. She's gonna use a short bow. Oh, not advantage. She's not.
It dings off of its shell and ricochets off in some direction.
Okay.
The short one fucking missed.
The fleshy bits, Yori, the fleshy bits.
The flail snail is going to creep forward. It's very slow to snail. Actually.
That'd be amazing if it could only go 5 feet. That would be amazing.
It can go 10.
What? So really?
It's a fucking snail.
That's amazing. What?
So it like begins to slime forward, waving its tentacles very slowly. And yeah, and then it like kind of flails a little bit and then withdraws into its shell. You do bear.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna lumber towards this thing and try and rip it apart. King's on top of me.
Yeah. Oh.
That is a hit.
Sick. So I
Nice.
think I roll that one again, and then I roll the 2d6 plus 4, right?
Let me look at my bear stats.
Ooh, I believe that is the way, but I want
What weapon do you use?
Are you biting or clawing?
you
You
bear,
have
that's
to
right.
claw. You can't bite.
yeah.
You could like reach under its shell with your claws, but you can't bite it. As it
Okay.
is. So claw is 2d6 plus 4.
Okay, so I'll roll that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you like reach under its shell and like scratch the shit out of something. Like there's a little goo that oozes out from under the shell.
like fling my bear paw around, get the goo off of my claws.
All right, you hit for 12. It's like, whoa, the bear fishes into the shell. Will this be the end of the flail snail king?
All right, so I'm just gonna. I'm assuming even though I'm here, I'm actually within 5 feet, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're basically anywhere on Lalu.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I kind of pull myself forward, back of her head, and then I stab forward with my trident. I guess I have to put my bow away, but yeah, I'll do that.
That is a miss. Dings into the thing's shell.
Okay. What's Hunter's Mark? Is it advantage or just damage, right?
Isn't it
It's
like
just more,
extra D6?
more damage? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. The announcer is just continue on in the vein of, they can't get through the shell unless it's a bear. Yori.
They really need to hire a new announcer.
Where did
like
this bear even come
visitors
from?
through the
There
announcing.
wasn't a bear in the arena before.
She's going to use her trusty short bow, and she'll be able to use her offhand weapon strike, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the roll.
Whoa.
Not with that roll. It whizzes over the shell.
Yeah. All
You
right,
just
one more.
miss a giant snail.
Damn.
That one just dings off the shell.
Bad rolls. That's why we all had good initiative. Now we're gonna.
Yeah. I told you.
they can't figure out how to get through the shell of the flail snail. The flail snail is going to use its bonus action to come out of its shell. And seeing enemies so very close, it's going to multi-attack.
No. But now it's out of its shell, I can bite it, right?
Yeah. So here's the fun thing about the flail snail. The flail snail has 5 flail tentacles.
No.
Whenever the snail takes 10 damage or more on a single turn, one of its tentacles dies. So it's lost 1. So it has 4 tentacles. So when you reach into the shell, you just like came out with the remnants of one of the tentacles. It has 4. The flail snail makes as many flail tentacle attacks as it has flail tentacles, all against the same target. In this case, it's going to be the bear.
Uh-oh.
So here we go. 4 flail tentacles.
No.
Oh my gosh.
7. Pretty sure 15 hits a bear.
Well.
It sure does.
Oh my god.
No way.
You got lots of hit points. You're good.
How many
You
hit
don't,
points does a
though,
brown
do you?
bear have?
She's got 30. Well, she's a bear now, though. So she has more.
34. I only have 34.
So 14 plus 9 is 23 plus 7 is 30.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Well,
did I do that right? Yes, I did. 30.
this fucking flail snail bullshit.
That bear just got flailed. So yeah, that's its turn. Bear.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite the fuck out of this thing and claw it because now it's exposed to my bear elements.
Yes.
Please roll high.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
that is a hit.
So now I think I roll d20 plus 5 again and then roll the 2d6 plus 4.
So
Right.
wait, that d20 plus 5 is for your bite?
That was for... Hold on, let me pull this up. Sorry. I just have the...
You have multi-attack.
Bite, weapon attack, plus 5 to hit, reach on one target. 1d8 plus 4 is the bite damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 1d8 plus 4 is the bite damage and 2d6 plus 4. Okay, so I just rolled.
So you
2d6.
rolled your bite?
1d... Yeah. I think the d20 plus 5 is
to hit.
To hit. Yeah. Bite. 1d20 plus 5, 1d8 plus 4. Yeah.
So give me the bite damage first and then roll your claw attack.
Nice.
So then roll the 1d20 plus 5 again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Yes.
That's another hit.
This fucking snail.
You're doing all the work here.
Yes.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Damn.
So 25 damage total. It loses 2 more tentacles. And it looks super injured. There's
All right, guys.
You savaged this thing. There's like 2 tentacles like kind of flailing injuredly. Yeah, I know.
We need to get you more drunk more often and barefoot.
Maybe this is our true calling.
There's a very, very weakened flail snail in front of you.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just attack again with my trident.
I love that we're defeating a snail with a trident and bear claws.
That's a hit.
All right. Oh yeah, and I do an extra d6, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you hit for a total of
15, I think. Yep.
And you slay this thing. You just stick your trident into it, and its last tentacle just flops to the ground.
No. I spear it with my trident. I rip it off, and I take it off and put it in my bag.
Nice. And the announcer is like, "There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have brought you the epic clash of the flail snail versus Surprise Bear."
I'm gleefully like trotting around the ring, waving with one claw.
I'm trying to stay on.
And the crowd's going crazy. Nobody expected a bear to show up to this fight. Everybody's like, yes, a fucking bear. We live in the jungle. We don't even have fucking grizzly bears here. This is amazing.
And as she's running around doing that, like waving, I'm yelling, everyone, you need to get jobs. All of you, get jobs. This is not a productive way to spend your life.
Woo! Surprise bear, surprise bear, surprise bear. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this episode on the triumphant.
Lengus is going to come back and be like, what the fuck?
So let's do some outros. Britt, please talk. I can't handle what.
Yeah, hi, it's me, Britt, the bear, conqueror of the flail snail, streamer on Cheerhex on Twitch and Twitter on Britt Wiseman, which also happens to be my name. I'm not streaming right now because I'm in London, and next week I'll be in Germany for Gamescom. So if you guys like games and comms and things like that, you can watch Gamescom on /Twitch all next week, and I'm helping produce it. So go watch it. I'll be behind the scenes making all of the pub devs get there on time.
It's very important work.
It is important work. Yeah, that's what's going on with me. And thank you for watching. And I hope everyone has a lovely weekend. Curtis, take it away.
Hi, I'm Curtis Weep. I played King, the half-orc ranger, and the true slayer of the flail snail, to be honest. I am also a writer. I write a comic series right now called Rat Queens. We have a new issue that came out today, issue 5. It's the last of the arc. Please check it out if you like this kind of sort of thing. I guarantee you will like my comic book series. Kelly?
Thanks, Curtis. I am Hello Kelly Link on the internet, and I will be at PAX West, which is coming up in a few weeks, like 2 weeks, I believe. I won't be going to Gamescom. I'm not talking about it. No, PAX West doesn't exist. But thank you all for joining us. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what happens to Yori as she continues to sob over her missing fortune. Just got that cold. Just got it. So, Naja, got anything to add?
Yeah, I am Najo Tikor, aka Tristray. I am DMing wherever the fuck this is, but it's a good time. I was recently in a Monster Hearts 2-shot over on Roll20 app on Twitch, and it was dark, but also pretty amazing. My character was a well-articulated sociopathic teenage drama queen, and it was marvelous. You can go check out the VODs over on twitch.tv/roll20app, which is the app that we're using to make all our maps for this game and do all the rolling. So shout outs to them. Yeah. I will also be at PAX West, but we're not going to talk about that because my inbox is on fire. And that's it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being an excellent audience and being so game to follow us on our bizarre journey through Port Nyanzaru today. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.